Let's now switch gears and turn to Gabon, where the presidential election will take place on Saturday. This is the first election since the 2023 coup that ended the 56-year dynasty of the Bongo family. It's seen as a crucial step in the democratic transition to constitutional rule. In the 2023 election, the then incumbent Ali Bongo was up against 19 candidates. He won by 64% of the vote and was declared winner for a third term on the 30th of August 2023. But a coup d'etat thereafter saw the military junta take over. Now, 8 candidates are running in this election, including the coup leader and the president of the transitional government, Brice Oligui Nguema. Nguema is the country's military leader who hopes to consolidate his grip on power and is seen as the favorite candidate. His main opponent is Alain-Claude Biliebynze, the last prime minister of ousted President Ali Bongo Ondimba. Okay, let's now get more on this. Straight from Gabon's capital, Libreville, Paul Njie, our correspondent, is on standby to tell us more. Paul, good to see you, and thanks for your time on this. It looks like a normal working day there in Libreville, but what's the atmosphere like with just a few days now to the election?
Well, Wahiga, it's a very tranquil day in Libreville, to be honest, and very little campaigning is on here in terms of rallies and assemblies. The effervescence is really being felt in the interior part of the country, where the different candidates are going to canvass for the votes of the different people in those areas. Essentially, some of them are doing door-to-door, and some of them are hoping that on the 12th of April, people will really abide and ingratiate themselves with the candidates' ideals and their ideas that they are pitching. But here in Libreville, one thing that's perceptible is of course, the appearance, nearly everywhere you go, of the transitional leader, Brice Oligui Nguema, on the streets. Billboards, posters, on the vehicles, nearly everywhere. It's perceptible, and we see less of that of the different candidates, which of course reveals sometimes the financial dynamics of the elections here.
8 candidates on the, that will be on the ballot paper for the presidential vote on Saturday. What sets them apart? What are they promising the people?
Well, different candidates are promising different things depending on what they are looking at. But there is one central theme which all of them seem to hinge on, and that's rupture. They are pitching themselves to the people as those who are going to change from the former system. But the people are questioning themselves that these are people who were part of the PDG party, that's Ali Bongo's party. These are people who were former members of the government. So what would they be proposing that is something new? Even the transitional leader himself was the head of the Republican Guard. He's pitching himself as a new person, but people say that it's just, a continuation. He's the chip of the old bloc. Other candidates as well are saying the same. But in terms of the real candidates, as people are saying here in Gabon, people are saying there are just mainly 2 candidates. That's the transitional leader, Brice Oligui Nguema, and the immediate past Prime Minister of Ali Bongo, Alain-Claude Biliebynze. Both of them are saying that they are there to take the country into a new course, champion democracy, fight against corruption, ensure that employment among young people is guaranteed. It remains to be seen what the youth will favor on the 12th of April here in the country.
Briefly, if you can, have any concerns been raised about the electoral process by candidates or the media or civil society? Well
into the announcement that the elections were to be held on the 12th of April, there were some opposition figures who were saying that the system has been put in place, has been engineered to favor the candidacy of Brice Oligui Nguema. They are saying that because as a junta leader, he wasn't supposed to run. He was supposed to hand over power to a civilian. Now he says he's no longer a general, he's a civilian. But people say that that's not fair. The former opposition leader, Albert Ondo Osa, had said that these elections were not supposed to be held because the military was not supposed to run in the election. So there are those contestations that are coming up here, but people are also saying that they doubt the credibility of the polls because they see that just one person is seemingly giving the edge. But, the authorities are saying that everybody has an equal chance to run in these polls.